Good people, what's going on? How are you guys doing? My name is Justin Evans, and I want to welcome you into the Young Entrepreneur Studios today. Today, I have a very special guest online. And let me introduce myself. I hope I said that I'm Justin Evans, but I do have a very special guest that will be joining me very shortly. She is a self-published author. She's also a very talented illustrator. She paints murals, hand painted, all around the city, all around the south of the United States. And so, just give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to bring her on. One moment. I'll get her, guy. Get her on here for you guys. Give me 1 second. Big shout out to everybody that's tapping in. What's going on to all of the business owners and the creatives out there. I hope that you guys are trusting the process on your journey and, out there making big things happen. And you guys always know that if you need anything done, you can always call the home team, always call the Young Entrepreneurs. Media, marketing, and consulting made easy. We can always get the things that you need done just by reaching out. So I think that our guest is here. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can bring them on. And while this guest is arriving, guys, when they come on, I want you guys to give her a round of applause. Oh, here she is. Hey.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Can you hear me okay?
I can definitely hear you. Definitely hear you well.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. And so, everybody, let's welcome April to the platform. Let's clap it up, clap it up. Hey, April. Hey, April.
Hi.
Hey. So I've already given you a wonderful introduction, but if you don't mind, tell the people who you are and all that you do.
Okay. Thank you for the great introduction. Starting off, I appreciate it.
Oh, it's no problem, no problem.
I'm April Cumbie of Eccentric Art. I am an author and illustrator of children's books. I'm a muralist, and I am a full-time artist here in Birmingham.
Wow. So, hey, look, snaps for that. And how long have you been a full-time artist?
Actually, I left my 9-to-5 in October of last year.
Okay.
And I'm a full-time artist since then.
That is amazing. And let's talk about that journey. Here at Young Entrepreneurs, we trust the process. We understand that everything has to happen in levels and in different seasons. What started this art journey? Take us back and just let us know, how did we get to the point to where we are today?
Okay, so my journey starts.
Did you grow up as one of those kids in elementary school that was always drawing all the time?
Yes, guilty. So guilty. The second I learned how to pick up a pencil, I was gone. Literally, I remember watching Blue's Clues and how they used to draw, teach you how to draw in the episode, and I ran with that. Always drawing, always finding something to create, to put together. And in high school, unfortunately, I didn't have any art classes. I didn't have any in elementary school either. So it wasn't until college that I actually went on YouTube and taught myself how to create the things that I wanted to create. I've always worked with kids, love kids, summer camps, birthday parties, babysitting. I love them. It's my babies. When I graduated from UA, I went to work at a child development center, and I had a classroom full of 12 to 14 2-year-olds.
Okay.
And it wasn't until I got in that environment with those kids who are just so creative, and I could, implement my drawings and art into lesson plans, that I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Right.
So, and now we're here.
Man, that is amazing. And so, what caused you to decide, I'm going to leave my job and take on this journey full time? Was it the overwhelmingness of clients, or was it just the fact that you knew that you could make this dream come true by, taking on your own gifts full time? What was it?
Oh, man. It was a calling. Honestly, I feel like God really put it on my heart to go and explore your talents. You've seen how it can impact, your classroom. Imagine what you can do with it if you use the internet and all these resources. It wasn't an easy decision. It was not easy at all. I was like, that's my income. I have bills. what if my clients disappear? But it was getting to the point where I would go and feed into my kids, which I love doing, for 8 hours and then come home and be drained and have nothing for myself.
Right.
When it got to the point where I was like, you know what, I've taught them all I could teach them. I've given them my all. And it's time for me to take this time while I have the availability to actually give into myself. It was funny enough, I actually won Teacher of the Month the same day that I put in my 2 weeks notice.
Wow, look at that. See, that may have been a little trick to try to get you to stay,
Yeah,
you know? Hey.
it was bait for sure. For sure.
Well,
But
that's awesome. I think that is amazing. And you know, like I said, we're going to encourage you just to continue trusting the process. We have seen the work that you put out, and so let's talk about that. Let's start off with these 2 books. Now, what is the name of the first book? I know it's ABC.
I have them right here. It's ABC Adventures.
ABC Adventures, right?
There, and then the other one is The Great Big Midnight Snack.
Midnight Snack. Got you.
And
Which
teaching,
one of those did you come out with first?
ABC Adventures. This was actually my pandemic project.
Ah.
So I wrote this at the very beginning of the pandemic. And I had been sitting on it because I was still at my job. And this book came to be because I saw that there was a gap in between the narratives that I would teach my students and the narratives that were available. I'm so grateful to the platforms that we have now for self-publishers, because as a Black author, they have been able to take narratives that we didn't have growing up and give them to our next generation.
Right.
And while it's growing and I'm grateful and it's becoming a lot more mainstream, there's still a gap. So for my kids, I had to create something that I could bring to them directly. And that's where this book came about. A lot of our books starting off talk a lot about loving your melanin and loving your skin. And it's amazing and beautiful. And I wanted to add to that. I wanted to create a narrative for brown kids that weren't necessarily specific to loving yourself, but we deserve fairy tales. We deserve folk tales that look like us, that represent us in the same way. So I was just so excited to add to that. So that's how I got this book.
That is amazing. And what has the, you know, the reaction, you know, what type of results have you received just from putting out that book? How are the children responding to it?
Oh man, they love it. From what I've seen, they love it. And they recognize themselves, which is my biggest thing. They see themselves in my book, and I'm grateful for that. It's ABC, so of course the alphabet learning is something that we do right off back when we were young. And they've been taking it and learning rhymes and learning syllables and sight words, and it's been good. It's actually been better than I could have ever hoped for.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And talk to us about the Great Big Midnight Snack. How did you come up with that concept?
Because I'm a night eater. Okay. I love a good midnight snack. I used to spend weekends with my aunties, and around 12 o'clock, I'd be like, can I have a midnight snack before I can even cook? So in this book, I took that narrative and created a fiction story,
right,
lightly based off just my hunger, which is crazy.
I had some ice cream last night at 12 o'clock, so you're not the only one.
It's different, doesn't it, at night?
Yeah.
It's a little guilty, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to take just the crazy fantasy of stuff that we probably were not allowed to do. Like, we could never go into the kitchen at like 7 and like empty the fridge out of everything.
Right.
Never. But because we can't do it doesn't mean we can't read about it. So that's how this book came to be.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, hey, once again, we're going to give you some snaps on that. And guys, you can also go and purchase both of these books on Amazon, right?
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. So if you're a Amazon Prime member, you know, as myself, you can go and check these books out. And if you're not going to check them out for yourself, make sure that you purchase some, you know, either for your child or for multiple children, you know, so that we can help and benefit someone else. Now, author and illustrator, like, did you know that you were going to write books? Is it something that, you know, that you decided that you would help fill the gap? You know, where did that come about?
Honestly, it was just a collective of all my passions coming together. Publishing these books was problem solving.
Right.
I left my job in October, like I stated before, but I was like, I still need to leave something with my kids. I can't just leave. What can I make? And so I created these books. It's always been a dream of mine to write a book, but I had no idea where to start. I just had an iPad of the dream and then YouTube University. The information's out there.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And has it been tough thus far as a full-time entrepreneur? How has the journey been? You don't have to get into the details, but has it been
Yeah.
a roller coaster process?
It definitely has. I would say the biggest thing is having faith in yourself. You've got to have faith in yourself because you never know what piece of work you're working on is going to take off.
Right.
And a lot of times you have to just get up every day and just work on your craft and just try to stay in good spirits. And also, the biggest thing I've learned working for myself is to celebrate the progress just as intensely as you celebrate the product.
Right.
Pat yourself on the back the whole way through because
Yeah.
you know what it takes. You know how early or how late you're staying up. You know the details, like the little things, and those things deserve to be celebrated in the same amount.
I totally agree. And as I always state, you know, we do have this motto here where we trust the process, and part of trusting the process is patting yourself on the back. Part of the trusting the process is pushing yourself further. You know, even when you think that it doesn't work or after you receive a no. So understanding that it will be a roller coaster, but as long as you have faith and you believe, you're passionate and you got a product that that you love and that others love, something can work. And so definitely commend you on that. Let's talk about some of these murals that you've done. I think that is awesome as well, and a wonderful contribution that you get to make, to different people's establishments for many to see for years to come. How does that feel, and how did you get started with, drawing on walls and buildings?
I know, it's crazy. Funny enough, graciously enough, the job that I left is where I had been doing the murals. They brought me back in to contribute to my art. And I was
wow, look at that.
Isn't it crazy how it comes full circle?
Yes.
I find it so funny because I had no evidence of me laying paint to wall before. I have made like little things, paintings, sips and stroke kits, t-shirts for my co-workers when I was there. But as far as like painting a huge mural, they just took a leap of faith. They're like, we bought a mural. Can you do it? Yeah. Yes. Why not?
Yeah.
If it goes wrong, I'll just cover it up. And the very first one I did was a city of Birmingham. I designed it in a way that the kids can look up bright colors, abstracts, making sure I put things on the mural that the kids will be driving in the car with their parents. I'm like, oh, I know, that looks familiar.
Right.
I know what that looks like. And that was the first one, and then it just took off.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Can you name a few of these places where we can visit and see some of your work?
So they are not public murals. They are actually inside the development center, which is private because of the fact that they, cater to kids.
Got you.
I haven't done my first public mural yet, but I have something in the works. I can't speak on it yet.
Oh, it's coming soon. It's coming soon.
Soon, yes.
It's definitely coming soon. Which one has been your favorite thus far? Do you remember, which one kind of meant the most to you, or?
It's a tie.
I know I saw you hand drawing some stars on one of the centers.
Yes, I love the stars. That was actually the last one I did. So the process after you learn is so much quicker. So that one's the fastest one.
Yeah, I know people that can't. Well, I can't draw a star on a sheet of paper. So to be able to
look, shout out to a projector. Definitely helps. Definitely helps. So my favorite would have to be a tie between the jungle safari room I did and then at the city of Birmingham.
The city of Birmingham.
Yeah, those two.
I think I saw that. Hey, continue to do your thing and trust the process. And what do you have planned for us in the future? Without revealing, that big news. Are we going to receive more books? Are we going to get more murals? Are we going to get a painting book from April? I mean, what are we going to receive next?
Definitely more books. More books until I can't draw anymore. I will
Right.
always put out for children's books. A couple coloring books are coming out soon. I am going to have a book signing. I'm still debating with the vendor about the date, but when I get it, I will make sure to send it to you guys for sure.
Okay.
Um, and then hopefully this year, if everything goes right with the paperwork, I'll be launching my business officially, like Eccentric Art.
Okay.
Um, and it comes with tons of different things, crafts, um, clothing lines. It's a lot. Art is very broad, and I have so much time to actually dive into it. So I'm excited for that.
That is exciting. That is exciting. Now, April, I was looking in the comments and we had some people who were interested in reaching out to you to get some work done. How do we go about that? Um, do we DM you? Do we call you? How do we go about getting April to do some work for us?
I would love to do some work for you guys. You can find me at eccentric_art on Instagram or underscore April MC. I have two accounts. Either one is fine. Um, excuse me. You can also email me at eccentricart@gmail.com. Yeah, either of those three is good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Quick question: how do you feel to be um, a black woman? Doing all of this, a woman of color. Providing opportunities for children. Of color. Does it feel good? Do you get a sense of joy from that?
Yes, it feels amazing. I really love my city and I really love how Birmingham is developing, but I also know the past. I was an African American Studies major when I was at college, and I've seen, I've read, I've heard, and I'm just proud of the progress. And to be from Birmingham, the heart of civil rights, and be able to like make these milestones is important. To be able
Right.
to go into these books and just celebrate blackness freely for these kids, I can't have it any other way. It's 10 out of 10.
Look, I'm excited for you. I hope that everything that you touch and everything that you do, that it continues to blossom. And my advice is just to continue to let your passion lead you. I see that you're very passionate, about the kids and filling in that gap. And so here we just want to encourage you to continue to do that. Any way that we can help or assist you, please reach out and let us know. One thing I do want to put out there, if you want a free venue to host your book signing, you can use our spot. So I don't know if that's something that may have been delaying the process, but you can definitely use our venue. We want to support what you have going on.
That is amazing. We can definitely talk about that soon.
Let's talk
For
about it. Let's
sure.
talk about it. Let's talk about it. And before I let you go, I want to give you. I have two things. Is there anything that you would want to tell the people before we get ready to go? And then I have one more question for you. You can just tell us whatever you want to. You got the floor.
Whatever I want.
Whatever you
Well,
want.
first, I just want
Put
to
out.
give thanks for your platform
Okay.
because it's not easy. It's not easy every day, and it takes motivation. And I'm grateful because your platform is helping me with my platform, and then that means as we build, we can help other people.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And I love that. And for the people viewing, thank you for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. A little nervous, but I definitely appreciate every single person who's watching. If you have a passion, feed into it in whatever way that you want to. Feed into it, even if it's making $1 million off it or just showing your mom that you do something pretty. Do it.
And
Take
that was
pride
going to be
in
my
your.
last question. I was going to ask you to say something positive or an encouraging word or message to the people. And that was it. That was it right there.
There we go. We're
One more
here.
time, where can we follow you on social media?
Follow me at eccentric_art on Instagram, underscore April MC, or eccentricart@gmail.com.
Guys, make sure that you guys tap in with our friend April. Make sure that you guys share, her works, with your children, with the community. It's up to us to make sure that we support our own, support each other so that we can continue to spread positive messages. And full-time people like us, we can continue doing what we're doing
Yes.
um, because we love, pouring into others. And so I want to thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for taking out your time to come on our platform. Very honored. because you didn't have to, but it means a lot. And always here to help you out on your journey. Whatever we can do to help, please reach out. We're definitely here. And guys, this won't be the last time that we see April. She's going to have another book coming out soon, and we'll make sure that we release it to you guys. But if nothing else, thank you once again, April. Continue to trust the process on your journey. I hope you guys continue to trust your process out there. We'll be having more live interviews just like this with more talented and skilled people just like April. And if nothing else, peace, love, and blessings to you all. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. See you guys next time.